Hey guys, if you're watching, this is a first tryout of my Thursday hang, guitar hang, here with my friend Tomcat. We've been doing some videos together, and now I want to do some live hangs. And as I said, this is the first one. Oh, cool! Byram is here. Awesome, thank you, man. I'm glad it sounds good. I'm just trying this out for the very first time. Yeah, it's just you and me, huh? So, on this hang, I'm gonna talk about different guitar topics. You know, sometimes we don't see the essential things that are important when we play. And in my own personal practice routine, I always go back to the very basics, because it's the basics that allow me to build up and go into crazy territory as well. If you don't have a strong foundation, you don't even have to go outside or do chromatic. If you cannot play inside the scale, there's no need to try to go outside the scale. Byram, does that make sense? I'm just going to be talking to you since you are my guest here. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I want to do this more often. I mean, I don't have that much time, but So yeah, this is just a drone that runs in the background. So the first thing we want to really zone in is our bendings, because that makes all the difference. If we are able to just play super clean bendings, we can already sound really good. So what I like to do is I like to match my bended note with the target note. Just like that. See, I was high there. Immediately sounds kind of wacky, right? So we'll practice all those bends. So simple bend can sound incredible if you do it right. See? So I hit my target note, then bend up to it. Another thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep my neck fairly consistent like that, yeah, to not have it move too much. So nothing like I used to do it like that early on, but now put this down a little bit so you can see better. So you want it to be very controlled, where you can really play with the pitch, you know, and just match it exactly. Wow, Byram, that's awesome. Great. Yeah, it's great to jam. You know, check yourself how exact you're really on that pitch. Or is it more like that? A little flat or a little sharp. You know, the magic is immediately gone if you cannot really play in tune with your bands. Flat, right? So you gotta be. You know, when I sound it in pitch, it just sounds so good. So there's super simple licks that just sound really good when you play them in tune. Yeah? So that's the first part. Get your bendings in tune. The next part is control your vibrato. You know, a lot of people kind of do the vibrato really fast, and there is some good ground, you know, to do that. Like in a very exciting up tempo kind of song, I would do the vibrato fast as well. But it's good to be able to control the speed of the vibrato. So in order to do that, I actually add a metronome. So I'll practice that with a metronome. I don't know if you can hear that. This is my metronome here, running in the background. Can you guys hear that? So this is how I will practice the vibrato. Wait, that metronome is a little soft. Let me see if I can turn it up a little more. Maybe. See if that's louder. So anyhow, so I'm doing just first quarter notes, you know. So that's my note. Just to get that's awesome, man. So first quarter, and I want to make sure that when I release the string, that I don't want to hear any noise. Okay. You can hear a little bit, that's okay, but not too much, yeah? And then I'm gonna go to eighth notes. That's where it really gets interesting, you know? So, you can do this on any bended note, but you know, it's enough if you do the half steps, that's plenty. but do this on all strings all over the neck. What do you think, Tomcat? Are you happy with this? This is my friend Tomcat. It looks like Sylvester, but it's actually his twin cousin. Do we have some other people in chat? Oh, Jens, awesome! Welcome, Jens. So here's the next one. And low strings is actually the hardest. So that's how I practice the vibrato on the low strings. Yeah, Jens is from Norway. So, and then when I practice, what I found out is that if I can do this like with eighth notes, then I have a much easier time when I play a band and then I add a vibrato on top. I can really separate the two. So then what I want to be able to do, let me switch off the metronome. I want to be able to do this. So I play the note really straight, and then just like a singer, I start to add a little bit of vibrato at the tail of the note, really musical, right? That way it sounds way more musical if I just start wiggling, Right, Tomcat? Because there's so many guys that just start vibratoing, they almost put vibrato on every note. It doesn't sound musical at all. You want to play some straight notes and then add that little vibrato just at the end. Think of an opera singer, a guy that always keeps like doing this massive vibrato. It really doesn't sound that great. And it can get annoying even, yeah? Oh, Jens, it's good to see you. So yeah, so I play my licks like this. Vibrato at the end. Jens, I'm using a small, it's a small tube band called Boston company, and it's with two EL84s in it. I bought it here in Turkey, so I think it's like a Middle Eastern brand or so. I've never seen it before. See how I always add the vibrato at the end of the note? See, that's pretty much what I'm talking about. That before you don't have the foundations down, you don't even need to think about playing complicated or fast. Get the foundations down first, really slow and focused, and then you can really use that to build upon. You gotta excuse my Schwarzenegger accent because I'm born in Austria, so sometimes sound like Arnold a little bit. Thank you, Byram. Glad you like it. And the other trick that I like to do, instead of just playing, like sometimes I like to sound fast, right? And just very kind of smooth and fast. We all want to sound like that, right? But I think the mistake that happens with a lot of cats is when they just play fast all the time and they don't take pauses. And we want to have long notes and short notes mixed together. So you need those long notes in between. So this is like my concept. I want to like have long notes and I'm going to connect them with some fast flurries. Let me show you what I mean. So I play like. So it was like a little fast flurry. Did you hear the Tomcat? I have a little fast element, but then I ended on a long note, and then it sounds really so beautiful, right? Tension and resolution, exactly. That's it. So you build some tension and then you resolve it. Yeah. If you just keep going fast, it loses the magic. If I just do like. It's just like it gets stale after a while. And I just play like fast licks and nothing else. It's boring, in my opinion. Everybody can do what they want, but in my mind, musical playing is contrast. And sometimes as guitar players, we don't think in musical terms. We're too connected with the guitar, if that makes sense. We just want to play the licks that fall into our fingers easily, instead of like making music. So let me try it again. So I'll play some long notes and then connect them with some nice flurries. Okay, that leads me to the next topic, dynamics. If you always think on just one playing, then your playing will just kind of get boring after a while. So you want to add dynamics, and for that you have to be in perfect control of your volume. So I can create so much tension by just changing my dynamics and my picking strength. Let me show you. I can do like a question and answer just with dynamics. So I can do this. See how much tension I can create with this. And I'm even like I'm playing a small amp on room volume. You know, I'm not even using the full dynamic range of the amp, and still I have so many colors. What it comes down to is that it's like talking, right? It's like language. And if somebody just always yells at you at the same level, it just gets annoying and boring, and we want to stop listening to that person. But instead, if somebody has good control of their vocal melody and slow things down, take a little pause here and there, and anticipate the tension, then, right, Tomcat? It's just way more fun to listen to the person. It's the same with guitar playing. Does that make sense, guys? If that makes sense, just give me a 5 here in the comment for those of you that are listening. Give me a 5 in the comments. That way I also see. There you go. Got a little delay here, it seems. Yeah, Jens, you were asking. Oh, yeah, less is more. Absolutely right. And Jens, you were asking what strings I use. So I usually use nickel rocker strings. I really like their mid-range kind of tone. So the nickel rockers from GHS, and the gauges of the strings are 48, 38, 28, 16, 12, and 10. So basically the bass strings a little bit heavier, and then the G string is a little bit thinner. I just like the feel of that combination, and that's actually what David Gilmour uses. I kind of got the idea from him to use those gauges, but he doesn't use the nickel rockers, he uses the boomer strings. So I just got GHS to send me some custom gauges basically, and that's what I use. Yeah. Dynamic, make the Colorado in the song. Oh, color in the music, yeah. Yeah, it's like color, that's right. It's like painting in a way. That's exactly right. So you want to use all the colors, you don't want to just paint with 2 colors, right, Tomcat? So we want to use with all the colors. So let's summarize. Get your bendings into step number 1. Practice it with the metronome on all strings in all parts of the fretboard. And it seems so simple, you know, but I would say even gigging musicians sometimes don't have full capacity of their bendings. You know, they just didn't spend 100% time of it or spend some time with other stuff. And, you know, bending is a little bit out of style almost. You know, there's all these guys that tap on the fretboard and stuff and do all this 8-finger tapping and stuff. But what about some really nice bends, you know? I'm a fan of bendings. I think if you like blues, then bendings are a must. Good bendings are a must. Okay, bending. So we got vibrato. So we want to control the speed and intensity of our vibrato. That's an important expression tool that we have too. And then I was talking about playing long notes. To not always play the same note lengths, but play long notes and then fast flurs in between, right? I like to have a long target note, because on a long note I can really express my feelings and my emotion. If I just play fast, that alone is not doing much. Yeah, in between it can be super effective. If I'm a fan of playing fast and effortless, and I've spent a lot of time working on sounding that way. But it's kind of like when you're cooking and you're using too much salt. Does it make sense? Give me a 2 in the comments if that makes sense. That when we play guitar, we don't want to over salt our meals by just playing fast all the time. But we want it to breathe and have some natural flavor. Yeah, Byron. A solo without bending is not a solo. Well, I agree. I mean, bendings is just like it's the same what a saxophone player can do or a vocalist can do. It just adds so much emotion. I think it's very important if we want to master the bending technique, which leads me back to the master himself. Jimmy was pretty much the guy that started bending like that with a highly overdriven sound. I mean, there was other guys too that did that, like Eric Clapton around the same time with Cream, But Hendrix just had this special kind of style where his bends were just a little more on fire, and he had special kind of phrases like. That was a typical Hendrix thing to do, I'm sure you guys have that in your vocabulary too. Oh, Byram, yes. Dark Zone, and you did more than salt. That's right. So, if you really want to dig into all those bending techniques and phrasing techniques, I can just recommend to study Hendrix, and because I recognize that importance. Out of my own story, Hendrix became an important influence early on when I was like 23 or so. And that's why I went ahead and put together a little course, a little workshop, so to say. That's more than a workshop. It's a pre-recorded course that focuses on Hendrix's bending style. Because I do believe that Hendrix is literally the best guy to study if you want to have a solid bending technique. Byram, I don't know if you're still here, but I don't know if you've heard it. I have my full guitar mentoring program, but I also have a special little course now that's just for bending style. Yeah? And in that course, you can just learn one of Hendrix's songs, Manic Depression. And then basically, from that song, we take that song to really dig into all the different phrasing techniques. Yes, that's right. So I'm just gonna post the link after I'm all done with this. I'm gonna post the link to my new Hendrix Boot Camp. It's a boot camp style course, and you can just check it out and let me know what you think about it. And then when you're part of my little world, I have a mailing list too. You sign up to the mailing list, and then I have more teaching content to share. This is like a first tryout thing that I'm just going live on YouTube. And if it works out, if you guys like it, let me know if you like it, and if you have some topics that you'd like me to talk about. Yeah? But I'm gonna play a little music here now. I'm gonna wrap this down a little bit. I'm gonna play some Hendrix for you, actually. Let's play Manic Depression. All right. Here's a little Manic Depression for you. Oh wait. Switch out the reverb. You guys know Manic Depression? Off Hendrix's first album. Turn it up a little. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, I couldn't really hear the playback very well, but if you like to learn manic depression with me, then you can get my boot camp course, and you have all the video lessons to learn the song, including really exact tablature and the video with the tab running underneath, all that fancy stuff. I will post the link. Actually, let me do that right now. I have the link somewhere here. I'm going to post the link for you guys, and then you can check out the course. It's not expensive. Let me see. Here's boot camp. That's the address. I'm running a special here. I just released this. So it's $47. There you go. I think this is the right address that I just posted. Let me double check. Yep, that's the one. That's the link. So check out that boot camp. Yeah. Oh, Jens, I hope we can go back to Norway, man. I hope the clubs will be open soon and we can play again. I really miss playing. I mean, I like to be at home, but I want to tour and jam with people and see fans and all right. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you guys like this kind of format, I'll try to come back next Thursday. Yeah. Is the sound good the way it is? Because I was just using my laptop here without any fancy equipment. Let me know if the sound is going well. And other than that, I want to talk more about manic depression next week, I think. If you come back here on Thursday next week, then, then come back next week. I'll talk about manic depression. And in the meantime, check out my bootcamp course. I'll post it one more time right here. And other than that, I wish you guys a beautiful day. I hope that what I was talking about here in this live hang is of some use for you. You can follow me here on YouTube, and you can also join my Facebook group. It's called the Deep Dive Guitar Workshop. I might rename the group. I haven't decided yet, but that's the name for now. Deep Dive Guitar Workshop. Find my group and join it there. I'm also posting some guitar teaching and inspirational kind of stuff there, because I want to share my inspirations that made me pick up the guitar years ago. All right, guys. Awesome, Jens. Thank you. Sound is good. I will check out your band. Maybe you can post a link or so. And all of you other guys, take care. Peace. And me and Tomcat just going to say a famous goodbye. And Tomcat, do you have anything else to say to us? Because Tomcat he's a wise cat. He has some words of wisdom to tell us. So what are your words of wisdom for today, Tomcat? What is it? Okay. Dogs are cool, but cats are better. You guys hear that? Dogs are cool, but cats are better. Tomcat's wisdom words of the day. So you guys have a good one, and I will see you very soon. Peace, my friends.